As with most things in life, more is happening behind the scenes than any of us are aware of. When we apply that to the HLC visits, what we are really seeing is a culmination of a long series of events. So this video is an attempt to explain why the HLC is more than just an exercise to prove our worthiness to maintain accreditation. It's what we do. This is another video presentation in the HLC Chronicles series intended to inform all on the process. As always in each HLC video, we start by looking at Highland's mission and vision statement to understand the big picture view of what we stand for. We do this because this is the starting point for the HLC and for Highlands. Naturally, if Highlands were a medical college or an aeronautical university, we would have quite a different mission and vision statement. So all colleges and universities have their own versions, which are approved by their respective boards of regents. So once the regions approve our mission and vision statements, we move to create a strategic plan which will expand upon those basic university statements. This video will focus on that level of involvement for HLC purposes, but as you can see, there are several other levels of involvement from all, including you, before we can really get to the HLC overview. These levels of granularity, as we call it in business, are left up to the people who are experts in those areas. You, with a little help from your friends, as the Beatles sing. So here you have Goal 1 under Highland's current strategic plan, which is codenamed HU Visions 2025, which was approved by the Regents on October 9th, 2020. Under each goal, and there are 5, is a subsection of more specific goals left open to interpretation by each unit at the university to set their own plans within this larger umbrella of the strategic plan. So under Goal 1, units are asked to maintain and build upon a core curriculum to develop a broad liberal arts education and transferable skills, to teach students to master competencies in their undergraduate and graduate programs of study with theoretical and applied knowledge in their areas of specification, provide educational experiences that promote interdisciplinary understanding, and recognize and acknowledge efforts of faculty, staff, and students, highlighting strong demonstrations of pedagogy, skill development, active learning, advising, mentorship, or content knowledge. Hardly anything earth-shaking when you know that we're a university, but these goals were created and are clearly articulated to you as a member of the Highlands University community so that there can be no misunderstanding as to your responsibilities. Under Goal 2, we see that the main goal, which leads into the requirement, link course content, curriculum, and core curricular activities to understanding and addressing significant local, regional, and global issues. Develop students into confident graduates with effective communication skills, professionalism, and determination that prepares them to make informed decisions in pursuit of lifelong learning and professional success. Encourage and support fieldwork, internships, externships, practica, multi-institutional research projects, grant-related engagements, and other related activities that broaden students' horizons outside of the community. Again, that is what we, as members of the community, in one way or the other, do as a university. For Goal 3, since Highlands does not operate in a bubble, we expand our goals to work within our various communities. So we establish and sustain a service, learning, civic engagement, co-curricular, social justice, and community network in collaboration for, by, and with faculty, staff, students, and local, regional, and global partners. We also identify and prioritize strategic opportunities and partnerships for aligning university and community needs and resources for mutual benefits. And we protect and promote rights to higher education for all students in need. Again, the interpretation of these requirements are open to the interpretation within each unit. For Goal 4, we continue to embrace our mission as a Hispanic serving institution and emerging Native American serving non-tribal institution to increase the diversity of Highlands faculty, staff, and administrators to better reflect the demographics of New Mexico and our students. To do this, we are tasked to develop an active, intentional, and ongoing engagement with intellectual, social, cultural, and geographical diversity that leads to personal growth through community engagement and curricular and co-curricular programming, to advance and promote a welcoming and inclusive university environment that recruits broadly, supports equity, and improves diverse student, faculty, and staff retention and success, to employ student engagement and success strategies for students from diverse backgrounds to ensure persistence and completion through active and collaborative learning, to cultivate, promote, sustain, assess, and improve multiculturalism and diversity initiatives throughout the campus community in curricular and co-curricular activities, student support services, civic engagement, and professional development. Again, this is important enough to the regents, drafters of the strategic plan, and to you and us as members of the Highlands community to be involved as a goal for all units. Finally, Goal 5 under HU Vision 2025 is shown here, and all units are tasked with developing guiding principles for becoming a more comprehensive educational provider that promotes equitable student outcomes for all students across New Mexico Highlands, enhancing professional development for faculty and staff in effective use of technology to more effectively reach, educate, and support all students across Highlands, developing, adopting, and implementing a process to research and address the need for new and modified academic programs, degrees, professional certificates, and community interest programs. So as you may have recognized in this strategic plan, there are quite a few of these broader subsections under each goal, 18 to be specific, that need to be considered by each unit when putting together their own unit strategic plan. And if you're wondering if you are in a unit, you are. A clear definition is somewhere you are responsible for something that pays you a salary for doing your thing. So back to our earlier slide and the purpose of this video, the HLC. To get to the HLC's involvement in Highlands, we start at the mission and vision statements, and then proceed through a somewhat less broad strategic plan, going to unit strategic plans established by the college, the individual schools, departments, offices, centers, and every other unit in the campus community. These unit plans lead to the P's, shown here, implemented by the people, shown here, and then is reviewed by the HLC. So really, the HLC is at the very end of a process that we ourselves start. So using our Goal 1, subsection 1, as an example, when we are talking about our goals regarding core curriculum in liberal arts, we hit upon at least 6 different HLC criterion checkpoints. So when we write our assurance argument, each one of these 6 points then relate back to Goal 1, subsection 1. There are then points to be made regarding our strategic plan and the HLC criterions. One point is that while the strategic plan and the HLC criterions, the checkpoint the HLC looks for at Highlands and every college and university they oversee is what we, Highlands, sets the tone for. In other words, we are doing what we think we need to do to accomplish our strategic plan. How we do it is on us. They just check. Point 2 is if we are not meeting our own goals, then there is absolutely no chance that we're meeting the HLC best practices. Thus, it behooves us to do what we are doing for ourselves correctly for us first, then for the HLC. Point 3, when we think about setting or meeting goals, are we doing it for the student? Of course, we always say yes to that, but are we doing it as best we can? That is important because if we are doing only the minimum, then the HLC peer reviewers will likely see that and ding us on that. We do not want to hear, yeah, but, from the HLC, nor from the parents of students, or from students themselves. As this is an effort that involves all of the campus community, anyone is welcome to help write the assurance argument. Always looking for the experts in your area, and if that's you, please think about contributing in whatever method you feel appropriate. Here's information on people you can contact here at Highlands with any questions regarding the HLC or accreditation here at Highlands. And as always, thank you for watching the video.